But Arsenal yesterday, and I was there, Simon, I've got to say, the Arsenal support yesterday was magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. So they win by 3-1, and they cut the gap on Liverpool to 2 points. It wasn't lost on Arteta. This was a seismic outcome.
Well, we are there, that's for sure, and we want to continue to be there. And I think we've been really consistent the whole season. If not, you're not where we are today. Our game is game by game. Again, the availability of the squad is going to be crucial. We have learned that from last season, so let's try to make that happen.
So, Simon, I think you used the word, but have the bottlers returned to the title party?
Look, they bottled it last year, and ironically, I had a conversation with Les Ferdinand yesterday about Newcastle in '96, and he was quite happy to accept that they bottled it in '96. So I don't think it's unfair to suggest that Arsenal bottled it last year.
I used the same term.
Yeah,
last
and
year,
I'm not going to row back from it. Now, the fact
that
of the matter
diminishes
is,
them, does it not?
Well, it's just a simple fact. Whether it diminishes them or not, it's incumbent upon them to change that perspective.
You say bottlers as well?
I used that term. I think I've used that term about them last year, but that was last year. And you sort of have to say yesterday they were fabulous. Deserved to win yesterday.
They did.
A couple of scruffy goals to win it. The second goal is such a big moment in the game, to lose a goal like that. Alisson and Van Dijk, someone's got to command that position, sense the danger early and make the call early, and it's dealt with. That changed the game, because I felt Liverpool weren't really at it in the first half. We're getting into it more in the second half. That happens, but overall, Arsenal are fabulous and deserve to win the game.
Yeah. What should happen in a situation like that, Graeme? Van Dijk needs to put it in row Z, does he?
Yeah, well, there has to be an early call. The goalkeeper's looking at everything. For me, the goalkeeper has to make a big shout early on what to do.
Yeah.
Mine or away. Mine or away.
Where do Liverpool sit in your mind this morning, though, Graeme? Should Liverpool still be considered the most likely to dethrone Manchester City?
Yes. It's very easy, to say this is wrong and that's wrong. It happens in football. You could count on one hand the mistakes that Van Dijk's made in his time at Liverpool. He's been outstanding, superb. It happens. It happens to the very best. They had an off day yesterday. I still think Liverpool are very dangerous and will be the team to beat to win this league, because they don't have to play well to win games, because they've got a real goal threat. And you look at Arsenal; they don't have the same goal threat, but yesterday I thought they were fabulous.
But they haven't convinced you yet
that
they could go on and win it.
I think they're in an argument, and I think the celebrations you saw from Arteta yesterday tells you that was a must-win for them yesterday, because they had lost yesterday. They would come out again. The season's over. Right now they're back in it. They deserve to be. They've been fabulous. What's missing is a 25 goal a season, man.
Yeah. If ever I witnessed at first hand, Simon, fans who are behind their team and behind their manager, I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, I've never doubted that they weren't. I mean, I saw them last year, and I think a lot of that has to be attributed to Arteta. Whether I agree with some of the histrionics or whether I agree with some of the comments, you can lay that claim over lots of managers. But I think that he has brought a new energy into Arsenal. The players clearly want to play for him. There's no debate there. Whether he's made some wise signings, whether Kai Havertz is a good signing, we'll debate that until the cows come home. And you can see the energy that he brings. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a big game. Liverpool come into town. Yeah. They're top of the league. Yeah. Arsenal know potentially the narrative is going to be their season turns on this. If you're not at it in those games, you're not going to be at it in any game, are you? Yeah.
Where are you at with Jimmy Carragher's tweet, Graeme? There's Odegaard out in the pitch, horsing about with the cameraman. And Jamie says, by all means, enjoy it, but enjoy it being disciplined. I mean, why are the celebration police suddenly so prevalent in modern day football? What was wrong with that? Well, many Arsenal fans had stayed, Graeme, and they were thoroughly entertained by what they watched.
It's Liverpool have just been, a lot of people's favourite to win the league. They've played extremely well. The manner in which they won the game. You can imagine in the build-up, the manager would have been pointing out, this is a must-win game for us. It's not something you'd ever come out and say publicly. But I think amongst the players, you'll be implying that this is a must-win game. And I think the pressure from within the squad, and you could see how happy the manager was at the end of the game. I get it. I've been there, when you've won a big game.
Did you do that? I wanted to ask you, Graeme, because I thought that the Liverpool of your time took him in their stride. It was expected for them to win. And so, but is it just
Well, that's the difference.
Is it just the caricature of the
That's the
modern day
difference.
football?
This is not a team of serial winners. I would play in
But all
guys who
teams are
won
doing
everything.
it now, aren't they? Every time they win a game that's got some extra juice in it, they're all at it.
Is that
celebrating
because
with
there's
the
that much
fans.
more hype involved
Yeah.
today? So much more, coverage of the game. It just puts everyone under more pressure. But
I don't have a problem with it.
no,
Neither do I, Simon.
no. When I was at Liverpool and we were the team to beat, teams would come to Anfield. If they got a draw, they'd do a lap of honour, and our crowd would be applauding them.
Yeah.
So they've just beat Liverpool yesterday. Everyone's
Why
raving
not have a
about
bit of
Liverpool.
fun? Yeah. What's up with it? Where are Arsenal fans' heads this morning after that? Some of them will be pretty sore heads, I'm quite sure. But have the bottlers returned to the title party? I would say yes, they have. On the evidence of what I saw yesterday, they were quite magnificent. Someone like Martinelli, 5.8 million, Graeme.
He's a player.
Oh,
And it should only get better.
Absolutely.
But they've got. We'll come back to it, Jim. You can go through their team. They've got some fabulous players. That argument will be raised more than once between now and the end of the season. The 60 million they spent on Havertz should have been on an out-and-out goal scorer.
yeah.
If at the end of the year they end up winning the league,
What's your
Arteta's
view?
a genius.
Your view must be that they should have bought an out-and-out goal
Yeah,
scorer.
I don't think you buy Arteta or spend that kind of money on Arteta, 60 million, on what you've
Havertz,
seen him. Sorry, Havertz, and what you've seen at Chelsea. I think he was modest at Chelsea, and that's being kind.
Yeah.
And I think that form's followed him into his tenure at Arsenal. I don't.
He was
see
good
any
yesterday,
difference.
though, Graeme. He put himself about big time, Havertz.
Well, I don't see that in him. I didn't.
Oh, he was a workhorse yesterday.
I mean, he got Konate booked, didn't he? For how that first booking for Konate, that shouldn't have happened.
He got Konate booked. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was a 50-50 challenge. Both got hold of each other. The referee, poor refereeing, books him for that.
But you're both in agreement that they ain't bottlers this time. Not in the
We
evidence
don't
of
know
what
yet,
you're
do we?
watching.
We don't know yet.
But what? Okay, so they're not going to win the FA Cup.
You
They're
said
not
they
gonna-
choked last season.
They did. They bottled it. No doubt about it. They didn't. Man City beat them in 2 games. That wasn't the reason why Arsenal didn't win the league. It's because they went on a run of form against teams that they should have been able to be able to deal with, like they did over Christmas. Like they just did over just recent Christmas. Now,
But
they
as
might-
recently as Friday, you said to Keown face to face, they're bottlers.
Yeah, because that's what they've been. Now, I've yet to see them do anything else. When they win the league, that will be necessarily a different discussion. But they were 12 points clear or 11 points clear at the top of the league. They threw it away because of their performances. They got done by Man City in 2 games. But where's the other 5 points gone? The other 5 points went to Southampton and they went to West Ham and whoever else they lost during that run. And over Christmas, they turned 2 games back-to-back into defeats. So they've got a long way to go. The business that they're in is spending £250 million to improve on last season. If they don't improve upon last season, what are we talking about? And improving upon last season is winning the league.
Yeah.
So where are we?
Well, let's put it out there this morning to Arsenal fans. Are you confident, or as confident as you can be, that it's going to be different this time around? Have the bottlers returned to the title party? 03717 223344.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.